Hello and welcome to my most recent hot coaching topic video. And this month I've been looking at diversity and inclusion. And I'm delighted to be joined by Laurence Gouldbourne to discuss this topic with me further. Laurence, how are you?
I'm well, David. Thank you. Good seeing you again.
It's good to see you as well. Laurence, you're well placed to share your insights in terms of D&I and also how coaching can help D&I. You've got over 20 years experience in the field of diversity and inclusion with some big names such as DEFRA, Queen Mary's University, the National Trust, London South Bank University, and where we work together at Serco. So they're great experience to be sharing your thoughts with us today. You've also a BAFTA award nominated comedy writer with 10 years experience, but we won't be touching on as much of that today in today's topic. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I've got three questions for you, if I may. And if we can start, I'm going to ask kick straight off with the first one. What do you see in your experience as the current challenges in embedding D&I in organizations' cultures?
I think the challenge is always what it has always been, which is how do you make D&I real and practical in the workplace? Since the murder of George Floyd in 2020, I think this is one of those issues that organizations are trying to grasp with successfully. How do we move our D&I agenda positively? How do we engage with staff who may have been previously marginalized, overlooked, etc. And what sort of things can we do in terms of our progression, promotion, retention, and engagement to take staff along with us on this D&I journey and make it as impactful as possible, whilst also weaving into our D&I into our strategic plans, our strategic objectives, as well as our personal plans and objectives.
Brilliant. So do you think the challenges are this? Do you think the challenges are the same challenges they've always been, but there's an increased spotlight on it today?
Yes, I do. I think, what happened in America, there's a saying that when America sneezes, we get a cough.
Yeah.
And I think the impact of that man's murder, but also the impact it had on how businesses engage and work with its staff has been truly phenomenal. And there are some of the changes that I didn't think I was going to be around to see, but now I'm really excited to be a part of the change and the promotion and progression of this topic with organizations.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That is very positive. Thank you for that. Now, my second question, if I may, how can an individual become more D&I aware?
So I think there are three things that an individual can do. The first thing is just know the law. And we've had the Equality Act on the statute book since 2010. We've had a couple of minor amendments around things such as the gender pay gap, which came around about 2016, 2017. And so just raising awareness of what the law says and how the law impacts on staff in terms of practical behavior is one of the most practical ways in which people can just raise their awareness of D&I. The second thing is just to engage with different people from different backgrounds, different socioeconomic groups. Some of it, more often than not, you will have colleagues and staff who will have these diverse backgrounds that you can learn more about and engage. And then the third thing is probably the biggest challenge, which sounds the simplest, which is about listening. Mm-hmm. And that's about listening, not from your point of view, but from the other person's point of view, and really there's a concept about active listening and really engaging with them, and not only doing that, but also checking out with them that you've heard and interpreted what they have said clearly, so that there are no mistakes. In my experience, in terms of D&I, why some managers kind of shy away from it is often A, not listening, and B, running with misunderstandings. And one of the things about listening is that, and checking out that you've heard what the person has said, is that it gives you an opportunity for both of you to be put on the right path. And time, which I have been told is people's most precious commodity, is not wasted.
Brilliant. So do your research, know where you stand legally, talk to your people in terms of where they are, but most importantly, active listening and playing back what you've heard to check understanding, etc., before you move forwards. Brilliant. Thank you for that. And what's nice? Go on.
And then take an action.
And then take an action. Yeah, good point. Thank you for that reminder. And what's nice about that is it moves nicely into, because active listening and reflecting back moves nicely into the coaching arena. My final question for you is, how do you think coaching can help develop diversity and inclusion awareness in an individual?
Well, sometimes diversity and inclusion awareness is about having the time to reflect and think and learn and then move forward. And one of the great things about coaching is that it does give you as an individual time carved out that you can spend on yourself, which, and as I think everybody's favorite subject is themselves, but it gives them an opportunity, it gives you an opportunity to reflect, to learn, to reconsider, re-navigate where you want to get to, and then form an action plan to be actually to move forward and be successful in your moving forward.
Yeah, super. Thank you for that. Laurence, thank you for sharing your insights with us today. They were really great to hear. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, David.
Pleasure. Good to see you again.
Great seeing you.
If anything we discussed today raises any questions for you, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Or in fact, any questions you have on any coaching topic would be great to hear from you. So thank you very much.